Buckley, Mo Bandy, Clarence Gate Mouse Brown, and starring Mark Owen and Roy Clark.
And the whole Hee Haw gang.
Archie Gamble, Gordy Tack, Danella Hutton, Grandpa Joe, Minnie Pearl, Junior Sample, Lisa Todd, Don Harris, Brewer Robin, the Hager Brothers, Mary Ann Gordon, Little Evans, Misty Rowe, Galen Sartain, Ronnie Stoneman, Kenny Bright, Linda Thompson, Buck Trent, Leslie Livingston, John Henry Paul, Lady Nutt, Kathy Baker, and Beauregard Jr.
Circle around and do-si-do. Hee Haw's here with another show. All the gangs picking in the grand. With prettier songs and prettier women. Just look!
I just love sunbathing. I could sit in the sun 24 hours a day.
Now here's Buck Owens, the whole Hee Haw gang, and Knee Deep in love with you.
Well, I'm knee deep in love with you. I done got deeper than I wanted to. You'll probably drown me before I'm through. But I done got knee deep in love with you.
Thought I'd wade your water just enough to cool me down. Wet my feet, find some way to some dry ground. Keep on getting deeper, and it's just one way to go. Too late to find up, I'm caught up in your undertow. Yes, I'm knee deep
In love with you. But I got deeper than I wanted to. You'll probably drown me before I'm through. But I done got knee deep in love with you.
Everybody say you ain't staying kind. Ain't it like a natural fool to think you would this time? It's too late for changing this feeling down in me. I'm standing here with more than just sand upon my feet. Yes, I'm knee deep
In love with you. But I got deeper than I wanted to. It'll probably drown me before I'm through. But I done got knee deep in love with you. Yes, I'm knee deep in love with you. I done got deeper than I wanted to. You'll probably drown me before I'm through. But I done got knee deep in love with you.
Oh, the joy that fills my heart. My cup runneth over with glee. My latest lyric is a labor of love, for the subject is sweet, sweet me. As a poet, I'm never averse to a verse. A poet? A poet?
Well, you've certainly got a point, Claude. But it's not well taken.
Someone I can really depend on. As a poet, I'm never a poet? Why did I want to say that? Why am I asking you?
I don't know, Claude. I don't even speak poetry.
Paul,
Yeah, Nolan.
Billy Bob says he's sorry you caught us kissing last night, and from now on, he won't kiss me, he won't touch me, and he won't even come near me. Do you believe him, Paul?
Nah. A boy will say anything to be lit up out of the well. Here, go fetch some water and you can say goodnight to him.
Oh, Doctor,
What is
Doctor,
it, Nurse Goodbody? What is it?
Oh, doctor, the other doctors seem to disagree with you on your diagnosis of the Herman Fingal case.
Yeah, that's all right. You just wait. The post-mortem will show that I was right.
Mr. Soul, Joe Stanton.
And the place was right. Would you meet me sometime late at night and make love like we both need to? Is this something we could do? It takes a lot of nerve to take a chance. It would be worth it for this sweet romance. Hope we can get together sometime. Now here's the question that's on my mind. Do you ever fool around? Could you lay your wings aside? Does an angel ever touch the ground? Do you ever fool around? I know this would be a first-time thing to make love outside your ring. You're not free and you have your doubts, but with this feeling we'll work it out. 'Cause there's a need deep inside that shows you won't say yes, but you don't say no. And no matter how hard you try, you can't hide the one that's in your eyes. Do you ever fool around? Could you lay your wings aside? Does an angel ever touch the ground? Do you ever fool around? Does an angel ever touch the ground? Do you ever fool around?
You know something, Charlie? My wife was jealous because I dressed Natalie.
Natalie who?
When I bought... Oh, are you... Set!
Looks like old motor mouth done run out of gas.
When I bought that cap from you, you said it's good for rats. Gee, well, that's right. Well, it ain't caught a single rat. Well, ain't that good for rats?
Well, they did it again, and I still don't get it.
Boy, I lost a lot of weight last month, Buck.
I don't see it.
How could you? I told you I lost it.
Hey, Grandpa, I saw you reading that girly magazine yesterday, and you told me you read nothing but ancient history.
Well, dearie, at my age, that is ancient history.
You know, Junior, it's a great honor to be asked by the Navy to launch a new ship. Well, why didn't you go through with it?
I didn't want to let go of that bottle.
Four pretty girls at the wash tub, the gossipy ones you all know. If they'd lose that cold water and use some that's hotter, that telltale gray might not show.
Our mothers taught us always to stay out of hot water.
Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest star, Mr. Clarence Gatemouth Brown.
in the car, honey. You'll frighten the pigs. How you doing there?
Oh, hi.
Oh, boy, it's a hot day, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, hot.
You know, I was saying to my wife, you look like a clever businessman, a real shrewdy man who cannot be fooled.
What are you selling?
The Brooklyn Bridge.
Well, you don't own the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, well, I knew you were clever, you know, but I happen to be a real estate agent, and I represent the bridge, and I'm talking big bucks, big. Yeah, if you own the Brooklyn Bridge, so you could, well, charge $1 toll for every car that, you know, goes over it. Right over. See, I myself used the bridge about 100 times this month.
Oh, well, then you owe me $100.
How do you figure that?
Because I done bought the Brooklyn Bridge from another city slicker. You haven't been through the Lincoln Tunnel lately, have you? Huh?
You sell any pigs?
In the car.
Hey, you old codger, you know count. Your mouth's open.
Well, I know it's open. I opened up myself. People said it's gonna rain.
Why don't you buy another paper, stupid? You're just trying to get out of work again. And another thing, I'm sick and tired about you looking at them other women. I know what's on that money you earn.
Look, ever since we was married, I never looked at another woman. You're enough to discourage anybody. By the way, I'm gonna take you to Ashland City with me. I'm going over there to the Loafers Roast.
How come you want me to go along?
I don't want you to go along. But if I take you, then I won't have to kiss you goodbye. You understand?
God bless their scrappy home.
Minnie, here's a letter that ain't got no stamp on it.
Well, Grandpa, just put the stamp on yourself.
Oh.
What on earth are you doing?
Well, you said put it on myself.
Oh, I meant put the stamp on the envelope yourself.
How foolish of me.
Are you sure you are up to this job in the post office?
Well, you know, us postmen never die, but sometimes we lose our zip.
Charlie K-O-R-N Farquharson with your little-known facts about unimportant people that saves you listening in on your party line. Delmer Bullock of Farnham's Isthmus is resting pretty quietly at home after giving himself a nasty turn last night when he all of a sudden sat on his lathe. Ransford Tucker Smith, local mischief maker, was brung up in court today for squirting asbestos foam up the inside of a highway patrolman's pants. The judge fined old Rance $50 for what he called insulating behavior. And here's your local traffic report. According to the Cornfield County Highway Patrol, drivers on both sides of Main Street are being completely diverted by this young lady who was taking off her blouse in the upstairs window of the Bon Ton Lingerie shop.
Well, sometimes it's got to get dark before it gets light. But my luck's so bad, it's clean out of sight. Things ain't going my way, there ain't no doubt. 'Cause I went to a fight the other night and a hockey game broke out. Wow. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. Oh, yeah. I bet things ain't smelling so sweet for you either.
Here's Mo Bandy.
I finally found a place where I can take it. All this loneliness you've left behind. On a mountain that's no hill for a climber. Just one step up, sat back and poured the wine. And I climb up on Barstool Mountain, high above your world, where pretending I don't love you once again. At closing time, I stepped down off the mountain. I'm strong enough to make it without you. I know that I'll be right back here tomorrow. Too weak to sober up and face the truth. And I climb up on Barstool Mountain, high above your world where there's no pain. And I'm the king of Barstool Mountain, pretending I don't love you once again. Pretending I don't love you once again.
This picket line no one must cross. Mr. Gordon is a rotten boss.
Maynard, I want to know when you're going to stop this stupid strike and get back to work.
When you give me a living wage.
A living wage for someone that eats as much as you do would be millions.
Hey, Gordy, give me a pound of coffee.
You cross this picket line, and you're a dead man.
What's going on?
I'll tell you what's going on. Maynard has joined the Large and Silly People's Union, and he thinks he's on strike.
Well, heck, I'm a large and silly person, too. I ought to get in on this fun.
Goody. Here's your sign, Mr. Kinney. Come on, let's march together against the serious piggy wigs of this world.
You're darn right.
You got it.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Silly backwards must do right.
I don't believe this is happening to me.
Hey, boxcar, see the limos in from the train depot. Empty arms, oh, hello.
I've got a complaint. There's a mouse in my room.
You in the royal suite, ain't you?
Yes, I am.
Well, you got a right to complain. For that kind of money, you're entitled to a rat.
I thought your love I could rely on. I didn't know your love was a sham. When I awake and feel like a lion, you babash softly just like an old lamb. Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you was gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a man that's about as popular of a household word as Idi Amin, Junior Samples.
Listen up and listen quick. I ain't got much time. I just called home and the fish are biting. Are you having car problem? Is the only thing that works on your car the sun visor? Did your mother-in-law speed shift the transmission of your new sports car in reverse at 80 miles an hour? And now you have the only Buick in town at 2 feet long. Was your new station wagon sideswiped by a fertilizer truck? And you can't get an exterminator to fix it because nobody will get that close to it? Give me a call here at the lodge. If no one answers, it's because the crappies are biting.
What if the fish aren't biting?
I'll be fishing anyway.
Well, why would you go fishing if the fish aren't biting?
Child, I fish because it gives me something to do when I'm not doing anything. The number to call is VR509. Now,
here's Hee Haw's very own Prime Minister of Humor, Reverend Grady Nelson.
One of the things I dreaded about growing up in church as a child was the day when they'd call on me to pray and didn't tell me ahead of time. And you go to church and they say, Brother so-and-so will now pray for us, and everybody ducks their heads and you just die, you know. Well, there's an easy out for this if you don't pray in church, as Archie does. Archie has, you know, always used this little line. I remember this well. You'd say, beg to be excused, and that's a good out because you can do it real fast. Baby, excuse me. Thank you, not praying because you got a head cold. So you don't do this. And the best one I've ever heard, the old fella called on to pray, and he got up jelly-kneed and white knuckled, you know, just, and he never had prayed in church. In fact, hadn't even asked in years, and he just doesn't pray. So he says, everybody bow your heads and close your eyes. And they all did, and he went home.
I remember the palm trees swaying across the river, the sweet music playing down on the Rio Grande. Out on the levee, the full moon above me, a Mexican lady, Lord, how she loved me down on the Rio Grande. Laughing and singing in the warm night air, loving my woman with the raven hair. We were down on the Rio Grande, strolling with my love, hand in hand. Lord, I'd give anything to be down on the Rio Grande. Curls. Endless highways and wide open spaces. The children smile with their sunburned faces down on the Rio Grande. All the loving that my lady was given was the sweetest part of living down on the Rio Grande. And if these memories could take me there, I'd be loving my woman with the raven hair. We were down on the Rio Grande, strolling with my love, hand in hand. Lord, I'd give anything
it mean if your palm itches?
You know, that means you're gonna get something.
Well, and what's it mean if your head itches?
That means you've already got it.
Hey, Roy, did you hear about the girl that dressed up as a guy and joined the army?
Well, now they'd find out when you took a shower.
Yeah, but who'd tell? You know, Roy, that old Jackie Phelps there, he used to be a pretty fair baseball player.
That's right, you know, but his eyes went bad and now he's an umpire. Let's sing. Yeah. Gonna quickly, gonna run, gonna quickly, have it run, gonna quickly, go in the world, gonna quickly see my bird. Let's go on,
You know, Roy, the fellas are always kidding Ronnie about being small.
Oh, Ronnie, does it bother you to have the fellas kid you about your small stature?
Shoot for no. Does a dime feel small when it's around a bunch of nickels?
Hee Haw salutes my hometown, Orange, Texas. You know, the population is 32,000.
Hey, what do you recommend, waitress?
Oh, well, listen, Orville's got something brand new on the menu. It's guaranteed to melt in your mouth.
Well, what is it? I'll have it.
Ice cream.
I don't like ice cream.
What do you mean you don't like ice cream? Everybody likes ice cream. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Because when I put it in my mouth, it's cold.
Don't you just love George Lindsay's hats?
Hi, this is Lisa, your weather girl, here under all these hot lights. Just weathering away for all you weather watchers watching little Lisa weather through the weather. Now for the weather. High today in the upper 90s. Oh, that's enough to arouse your temperate zone. My advice to all you chickens is eat plenty cracked ice to keep from laying hard-boiled eggs. Tune in again tomorrow when I'll be giving you a delicious recipe for smago gratin. Bye.
Arch! Arch!
What?
Oh, something terrible's done happen. Something terrible's done happen.
Done happen, or sit down here and relax.
I don't know if I ain't got time.
Settle down and tell me.
Oh,
What happened?
You know that bottle of hair restore you sold me about an hour ago?
Absolutely guaranteed to grow hair on anything. One of the finest products known to science.
I know it, but on the way home I wrecked my car.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and the bottle of hair restore broke all over everything.
Don't worry about it. I'll get you another bottle. Relax.
I ain't worried about that. How much you charge to shave a car?
You know, Archie just signed a 2-year contract. He bought the barbershop on credit.
Gloom, despair, and agony on me. Deep, dark depression, excessive misery. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me.
Old Roy lives way beyond his means and then some. He's always out of food before the end of the month comes.
After years of financial confusion, he's reached a final conclusion. And the outcome is that my income won't fill my dum-dum.
Here's Roy Clark. Clark and Clarence Gatemouth Brown.
All alone at the dark end of the hallway, surrounded by what's left of souvenirs, hastily gathered in a prime of her life, aging alcohol and tears. But even though her laughter barely showing, even though she stumbles every day, even though she dies just a little more each night, some fires don't ever burn away. All alone at the dark end of the hallway, surrounded by what's left of souvenirs, hastily gathered in a prime of her life, aging alcohol and tears.
Say, Lisa, you don't shrink from kissing, do you?
Sugar, if I did, I'd be nothing but skin and bones.
Charlie Ferguson here for KORN, Public Affairs, and John Henry Falk has been up the polls to find out about this election. Now, have you heard about this Democrat and this Republican running here in Cornfield County?
Yes, sir, I studied that case, and I've decided, old Archie Camel and I was talking about it, it's like arguing over whether you want to have a Rhode Island red rooster or a Dominick rooster for Sunday dinner.
How's that?
Pick all the feathers off and you can't tell them apart.
We're gonna play now.
There's fancy music everywhere, heard throughout the land. But here to there, none can compare to Hee Haw's all jug band.
Our music's far from perfect, but smiling makes a man. 'Cause while we make bad music,
We're making good boyfriends.
From here to there, none can compare to Hee Haw's all jug band.
We're through playing now.
I crossed a hibernating bear with a screaming hyena.
What'd you get?
I don't know, but when it wakes up, you'll know it.
Here's Mo Bandy and Joe Stamper.
Well, I've been kicked out of might near every bar around.
I've been locked up for driving 120 through town.
Well, I've been shot at and cut with a knife for messing around with another man's wife. But other than that, we ain't nothing, just good old boys.
I threw my boss out a window and got fired from my last job.
Hot wired a city truck and turned it over in the mayor's yard.
Well, I beat my brother-in-law half to death. I lost 20 bucks on his football bet.
But other than that, we ain't nothing, just good old boys. Good old boys, we're all the same. Ain't no way we'll ever change. Mean no harm by the things we do, all the trouble that we get into. Other than a wild hair once in a while, we can't help it, it's just our style. And good old boys is all we'll ever be. I got an alimony payment that's 6 weeks overdue.
I got caught with a trunk full of bootleg out-of-state booze.
I hocked my wife's diamond ring last June, bought me an outboard Evinrude. But other than that, we ain't nothing, just good old boys. Good old boys, we're all the same. Ain't no way we'll ever change. Mean no harm by the things we do, all the trouble that we get into. Other than a wild hair once in a while, we can't help it, it's just our style. And good old boys is all we'll ever be. Good old boys is all we'll ever be.
I got a joke on you.
Got a joke on me?
You better pull down your shades. I passed your house last night and seen you kissing your wife.
Minnie, that joke's on you. I wasn't home.
Hee Haw salutes Hiawatha, Kansas. Population 3,800, less one when Bill Hargis left.
Hey, Grandpa, what's for supper? Black-eyed peas and turnip greens and the biggest onions you've ever seen. Cornbread and apple pie. Can't eat it all, but it's fun to try.
Yeah!
Well, Gordy, I've been putting it off, but I've just got to take my wife to the doctor. Her arms are getting shorter.
Well, how do you know her arms are getting shorter, Junior?
'Cause when we first married, she could reach around me.
Order in the court. All right, now, young man, tell me, how did you make all this money?
I sold 5 million fabricated homes. Right.
That's a lie.
I told you it was fabricated.
Fabricated lie. Get out of here.
Here's one of Hee Haw's country classics, written in 1930 by A.P. Carter.
Oh, I'm thinking tonight of my blue eyes, who is sailing far over the sea. Yes, I'm thinking tonight of her only, and I wonder if she ever thinks of me. Now you may have friends o'er the ocean, and you may have some friends o'er the sea,
But you'll travel this whole wide world over, and you'll never find a faithful friend like me.
oh, I'm thinking tonight of my blue eyes, who is sailing far over the sea. Yes, I'm thinking tonight of her only, and I wonder if she ever thinks of me.
Sing her, Kenny.
Like the birds that go out in the springtime, just to travel this old world alone. And when the sunshine is smiling upon them, but someday they return to their home.
Oh, I'm thinking tonight of my blue eyes, who is sailing far over the sea. Yes, I'm thinking tonight of her only, and I wonder if she ever thinks of me. Yes, I wonder if she ever thinks of me. We love the time we spend with you, to share a song and a laugh or two. May your pleasures be many, your troubles be few.
So long, everybody. We'll see you next week on
Hee Haw!